Make it so hard. I love you, but you're so hard to work with. You make my life so sad. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a hauled it, but how was it video. I've seen these from a YouTuber who I absolutely love, Tiffy J. If I can, I will leave her channel linked down below because she is awesome, 100% true and real, and she is funny as all get out and creates some great content. Definitely go check her out. We'll leave information down below. But basically, the video that I have for you today is items that I have hauled, and if you have not seen my haul videos, go check those out, please. And items that, how are they? Do I like them? Do I think that they're worth the money? Or kind of a little bit of a more not a products I regret buying and not a monthly favorites, kind of a mix of the two. So if you're interested in seeing the things that I hauled and my opinions on them, by all means, stick around. And as always, please like and subscribe and tap that notification bell to get more absolutely wonderful 90s love child realness. Now the first product I have is an eyeshadow palette, and this is the Lorac Pro Beauties Who Brunch. Now I was super excited to get this palette because it is just absolutely pastel wonderland, and I'm really kind of all about that life right now. So, sorry, my hair's being weird. So I absolutely was so excited when they came out with this. I do still want to try the highlighter and blushes, but as for my opinion on this palette, I feel like if you have no pastel shades in your collection already, this would be pretty good for you. But overall, it isn't the most amazing palette. The pastels aren't necessarily jam-packed with pigment, so you have to work them up a bit. The formula is wonderful in the sense that they blend beautifully, but the pigmentation isn't exactly there, so you really have to, if you even want to get a soft wash of color, you really do have to work these up. So if you've had your eye on this palette, I would definitely go into store and swatch them and kind of get your own opinion. Would I repurchase this? I really don't know. It was kind of disappointing because I was hoping to be able to just, go for this blue or this purple or this clementine shade and just do it all over my lid and be one and done. But you really do have to pack on that color to even get the pastels to work. Very sad. Also from Lorac, you guys would have seen me pick up the California Dreaming Blush Palette. I think this is absolutely phenomenal. I love the fact that this is a very wearable blush palette and the fact that these are very neutral everyday blushes, and you have this highlighting blush, which if you have a deeper skin tone, you can also wear as a highlighter, and it performs so wonderfully with these colors. It is just a very cohesive, well thought out palette. The pigmentation is absolutely wonderful, silky smooth. I love Lorac blushes. There you have it there. This is still available at Ulta. So if you've had your eye on this, I would highly recommend getting this. Performs wonderfully. Absolutely love the whole thing. Another blush palette that I specifically said I wanted to comment on this and try it out and let you guys know is this NYX one. It is the Sweet Cheeks blush palette, and the reason I really wanted to get back with you guys is because I picked this up and in the US it is $20. I thought that was a little pricey. I find that NYX really, their prices have kind of gone up over the years, but this just $20, I'm like, that's half of a Naked palette. That's, this was $30 at Ulta, and just, But that aside, do I like this palette? I feel like if you're someone who already has a bunch of blushes in your collection, this is not a necessary, you're gonna die if you don't have it. It is nice because you do get a wonderful array of colors here. I absolutely Love these two shades here that are like highlighting blush toppers, highlighting blushes. I absolutely love those. I think those shades are very unique. But overall, the palette does perform well. The colors are very pigmented and they blend nicely on the skin. But at the same time, I feel like this just isn't something that everyone is going to need. If you want to really expand your blush collection, I think this is a great item to go for. But if you have 50 million blushes, you don't need this. I like it. I enjoy it. I would recommend it. But $20 does seem a little steep, but it does perform well. Here we have my beloved Anasazi Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I didn't actually really haul this. I did an unboxing video here on YouTube when this arrived because I was so excited to get my hands on it. And let me tell you, the hype around this is so legit. I absolutely love these colors. You have this beautiful, this is Forever Lit. That is perfect for paler skin tones. And I actually find that all of these work superbly well. They are a perfect mixture of the original formula from just the 4-pan glow kits and the limited edition holiday one that Anastasia came out with, because they're still smooth and melt into the skin, but they have just a touch of shimmering glitter, but it is not chunky or doesn't create any nasty texture on your face, doesn't emphasize pores. I absolutely love this. I do not know if it is still available. I will definitely check for you guys. But the colors in here, this Daydream, I used this one recently. Absolutely stunning. Kitty Cat, Forever Young. These are just absolutely phenomenal and very unique shades. But they're unique and still very wearable. Anastasia really knocks it out of the park with their glow kits. And there's actually a new one out called Aurora that I really want to get my hands on. But absolutely love this. It performs amazingly. Have been using it nonstop. Highly recommend. Then some highlighters that are a little frustrating. These are the Jeffree Star Skin Frosts, which I usually love, but we have Regina George, which is a limited edition hot pink color, and then we have Princess Cut, which I don't know if it's limited edition. I know it was part of his holiday, which is this beautiful icy pink. Now, I love the Jeffree Star Skin Frosts. Ice cold, deep freeze, mint condition. Those are some of my faves. And I was so happy to get my hands on these, but I find with this one in particular, this is Princess Cut, you really have to work to get that pigment going on. I wore it a couple days ago, and compared to his other ones, it's just not as, you know, one swatch and scary blinding with a fan brush. You really have to just dig in there and really get it to give you that popping effect. And swatching pretty hard, it feels rougher in texture. I do like the way it looks when the finished look on my cheekbones, but what I have to do to get there is really frustrating and not consistent with his other formulas. So this one, if you want to work a little harder, but you like the look, get it. If you don't want to have to dig your brush into your pan 50 million times, don't get Princess Cut. Now on to Regina George. I love how this one looks on my cheeks, and I know this one is a different formula. I've watched a couple videos talking about this one because I was really concerned when I got mine. It's very rough to the touch. It is more pigmented than Princess Cut, I feel, but it has the same problem that Princess Cut does, that you can't just dip your fan brush in once and then do that and you're good. You got to keep going in and keep adding and applying, and it looks really nice when you're finished. Same with Princess Cut, but it is kind of a pain, rougher in texture. Just, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I'm going to play with it a bit more. This one I know I like and I'm going to keep, but kind of undecided on the Regina George. another palette from Lorac. This is the California Dreaming palette. Now, when I hauled this, I did tell you guys that I had used it and I loved it, and I do still love it. I like the looks that I create with this. However, this is a somewhat problematic palette to use. Now, I say that because the shadows are very pigmented, just like the Lorac Pro formula. Very buttery, very smooth. They look absolutely beautiful. There you have those there. However, I find that with these shadows that they are so smooth and soft and pigmented that they create so much kick up, and they're like really fragile. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and get close. You can see with this one and this one, a little bit on this one and this one, is they're actually kind of crumbly. When you're using them, you're going to hit pan so fast on these because you get so much kick up, so much fallout on these all around the palette. I do love the colors and I like the looks that I created, but it is such a hassle to use this palette because the shadows are so incredibly delicate. I'm afraid that when I dig my brush in, I'm just going to break the whole eyeshadow. So this is still available at Ulta, and that is something that I would definitely take into consideration if you've thought about getting this palette, that the shadows are really nice. They're great and wonderful, but they are delicate and kind of crumbly. So take that into consideration. Maybe I got a weird one. Go into store and swatch it, make up your own opinion. But the one that I got, very crumbly, very delicate. Another highlighter that I have is this Stila Heavens Hue highlighter in the shade Transcendence. I was really excited to try this out. It is this beautiful purple pink shade. They have two other colors, one that is a bronze that's probably going to be way too deep for my skin tone, and they actually turned their cult favorite eyeshadow Kitten into a highlighter, and that one I'm very excited to get. Now, what is interesting about this highlighter, it is kind of like those, if you know the Dream Bouncy blushes, it's kind of that same really soft, baked, whatever consistency. Like, I don't even want to press my finger into it because I'm afraid of creating an indent. Looks like that. It honestly doesn't look like that much swatched. It doesn't come off too phenomenal or amazing. But let me tell you, when you put this on your cheeks, it creates the most beautiful just glint on your cheekbones. It just catches the light, looks absolutely stunning. This is such a unique formula. And I find it funny that it just swatched, but when you put it on, life-changing. It looks absolutely stunning. It is so unique, so beautiful. It looks as if it has glitter and shimmer to it without actually having those particles visible on your face. It is so amazing and unique. I love this formula. I love this product. I think it is underhyped, not talked about enough on YouTube, and I just absolutely love it. Would highly recommend any of them if they're all the same formula as this one. Absolutely love it. A phenomenal, very unique standout highlighter. And the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. We all know what happened with this bad boy when I got it and my dominatrix shade was cracked to all get out. I do have another one finally, and that one has gone far away from me, all the frustration and the anger with that. And I did create a look with this. Be sure to check out my first impressions and my tutorial using this palette. Now, I have used it more since then. I absolutely very much enjoy using this palette, and I think that is the best word to describe it, is I enjoy using it. It's a palette that I find the shades are very wonderfully pigmented. This formula is definitely a step up from his previous palette, which I do love as well, but I find that these shades are just more pigmented, they perform better, they blend better, and I find that the palette is much more cohesive to create a look, and you can do different things with it. And I just really enjoy this palette. I absolutely love these tones here. Well, just the whole palette. I do enjoy all of it. Probably my least favorite color is Safe Word, but that's just my own personal opinion. I love Frosting, Charm, Dominatrix. I love Swallow, Poison, and Military. Those are probably my 3 favorite, and they're very unique standout shades. But I really do enjoy using this palette, and I find that it is a very good palette to have in your collection if you are drawn to these sorts of colors. So it is still available. Obviously, I don't think it ever sold out, so it is available on Jeffree Star's website. If you've been thinking about this and been concerned about the quality compared to his first palette, because I know that was a lot of hit and miss with people, this one is above and beyond. The formula is so much better. I highly recommend this palette. Definitely go out and grab you some androgyny. Well, there we have it, folks. That was my hauled it, but how was it video. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this video. Give it a like if you'd like to see more videos like this. I love hearing from you guys in the comments. So be sure to also check out my eyeshadow palette declutter videos. I had so much fun doing those, and I want to continue doing decluttering. I'm kind of addicted right now. So, but until next time, guys, I love you and keep it real. Mwah.